After the release of my top tips video for Persona 5 Royal, two of the questions I received the most were with regards to maxing all confidants and maxing your social stats in a single playthrough. Doing both of these is very much possible as Royal provides you ample time to do so long as you are maximizing the time available to you. So, I've decided to do a pair of videos covering everything you need to know to maximize your time boosting social stats and maxing out confidants. And for the first of those videos, we are going to be focusing on ranking up confidants as I provide you with all the information you need in order to do so efficiently. Before we get into the video, I do just want to remind you that I stream most days over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RosalindGaming. You can find a link in the description down below. I will also leave links to my other Persona 5 Royal videos in the description as well. One of the most important things to understand to efficiently rank up confidants is knowing whether or not your actions are gaining affection points with them and when they will actually rank up next. Anytime you hang out with a confidant, choose the correct dialogue option while hanging out with them, or otherwise gain affection points with them, you will notice little music notes pop up above their head. These music notes tell you a number of important things. First, the number of notes that appear are an indicator of how much their affection has increased, with 1 note being the fewest and 3 being the most. They can also tell you if you will be ranking up the next time you would hang out with a confidant. When the notes appear above a confidant's head, little stars will also appear. If a bunch of these stars appear, this is an indication that they are ready to rank up. Alternatively, if you open up your map, any confidant ready to rank up will be indicated by a blue tarot card that has 2 exclamation points on it. You may also get a line of dialogue after gaining affection with a confidant saying something along the lines of, "Your relationship will get closer soon." This is also an indication that they are ready to rank up. Now that we know what the music notes are for, let's take a look at effective ways of increasing the amount of affection points you are gaining with confidants. The best and easiest way to increase affection with someone is to make sure that you have a persona that corresponds to the arcana of the confidant you are gaining affection with. For example, if you are doing a confidant event with An, make sure to bring a persona of the Lover's Arcana. An important note about this increase in affection for having a persona of the corresponding arcana is that it applies to all affection gains, not just when hanging out with them. This means that if you have a Lover's Arcana persona with you, when An asks you to help her answer questions in class, you will gain more affection with her than you would if you didn't. Another easy way to increase the amount of affection you gain with a confidant comes whenever they send you a message at night asking you if you would like to hang out the next day. If you accept their request as soon as you receive this message, you will gain a small boost in the amount of affection you gain with them during the hangout event. Turning them down or putting off your reply won't negatively affect your relationship, but you won't gain any extra points if you decide to accept the request later. There is also one other way to increase the amount of affection you gain with a confidant, though it only applies to a select number of them, specifically Ryuji, An, Makoto, Haru, Kasumi, Kawakami, and Sojiro. Throughout the game, you will have to take exams at school. If you rank in the top 10 of your exams, then the amount of affection points you gain with the 7 confidants I just mentioned will be increased until the next exam. If you rank first, this increase will be even bigger. Now that we know how to increase the amount of affection points you gain with confidants, let's take a look at all the ways to actually gain affection points. The most straightforward way of gaining affection points is by selecting the right dialogue options when hanging out with confidants. Choose the right option, get more affection points. Simple. Do note, however, that not every dialogue choice will award affection, and it may not always be possible to get 3 notes worth either. Another great way to gain affection with a confidant without taking up a time slot is to use Chihaya's confidant ability, Affinity Reading, which gives you affection points towards a confidant of your choosing. This does require you to have her unlocked and get her to rank 5, but when you do, you can visit her any day that it's not raining or snowing to make use of her perk. Another option is to purchase present items from the various stores around Tokyo and give them to whichever confidant you want to gain affection with. Do note that presents can only be given during hangout events in which the confidant will not rank up, and that each confidant will only accept certain gifts. You can also gain affection points by praying at Meiji Jingu Shrine once that spot has become unlocked, though this does take up a time slot and should really only be used if absolutely necessary. Finally, you can purchase postcards starting on September 1st until October 10th, with one being available per week during that time. They are purchased from one of the stores in Shibuya's Central Street section, and once you have one, you can take it to the mailbox in Yongenjaya and send it to a confidant of your choosing for some affection points. This, of course, does not take up any time, so it's a great way to gain extra points. Other activities that will result in affection points being earned include playing darts, billiards, and taking party members to the jazz club. During certain Confidant events, it's also possible for other Confidants to show up, presenting an opportunity to gain affection with both. One example of this is if you take Futaba to Nakano. During this event, Gun Dad Iwai will also show up, providing you an opportunity to earn points with him as well. Now that was a lot of information, but let's move on to talking about the individual Confidants themselves. I mentioned earlier in the video that having a corresponding arcana to the Confidant you are ranking up increases affection gains. While this is true, not every Confidant requires this, as some have other requirements for ranking up other than affection, or just rank up simply by spending time with them regardless of their affection. These include Igor, Morgana, the twins, Mishima, Yoshida, and Sai. Igor, Morgana, and Sai all rank up via the story. Yoshida simply requires that you hang out with him to rank up, and the twins will ask you to fuse specific persona with a certain ability and present it to them to rank up. And then there's Mishima, who ranks up by completing mementos requests. A common misconception is that you need to complete a specific request to rank him up each time. In actuality, you just need to complete a certain number of requests from among the ones he provides you. In total, he gives you 16 requests, and he can be ranked up to 10 by completing 10 of them. Next, there are some Confidants that require you to have certain social stat ranks in order to unlock them. These include Makoto, Iwai, Kawakami, and Hifumi. Makoto requires rank 3 knowledge, Kawakami rank 3 guts, Iwai rank 4 guts, and Hifumi rank 3 charm. While not having social stat requirements, there are also a few Confidants that require a few steps to unlock as well. To unlock Chihaya's Confidant, you first need to visit her and see an event scene at night in Shinjuku. You then need to go back to her another night and purchase a holy stone from her for 100,000 yen. Go back one more night and you will receive a mementos request. Complete that request and return to her one last time to start her Confidant. To unlock Kawakami's Confidant, you must first see the maid event scene with Mishima and Ryuji. The earliest opportunity to see this is May 24th. After seeing that event, you need to find Kawakami at school on the second floor next to the faculty room and choose the dialogue option saying that you have a question regarding class. Finally, use the telephone at LeBlanc to call her and start her Confidant. And to unlock Shinya's Confidant, you first need to get the mementos request Winners Don't Use Cheats, first available on September 4th. Get the target's name from the people in the arcade in Shibuya, and then attempt to fight it in mementos. During the fight, you will be unable to hit the persona, but after leaving mementos, you will be able to talk to Shinya at the arcade in Akihabara. Talk to him, then talk to Futaba, then go back to Shinya one last time to finally start his Confidant. All other Confidants either start via the main story, or don't require anything else special besides talking to them to initiate. In many cases, social stats may also be required to progress a Confidant in addition to other requirements. Makoto requires rank 5 charm to progress to rank 6. Haru requires rank 5 proficiency to progress to rank 4. Yusuke requires rank 4 proficiency to progress to rank 6. Sojiro requires rank 5 kindness to progress to rank 7, but before even that, you must first make coffee at least once in order to progress to rank 3, and you must complete Futaba's palace to progress to rank 5. He also requires that you complete a mementos request to progress to rank 9. On requires rank 2 kindness to progress to rank 2. Ryuji requires you to answer a text message after school to progress to rank 7. Akechi requires rank 3 knowledge and rank 3 charm to progress to rank 6, as well as rank 4 knowledge to progress to rank 7. It should also be noted that at rank 5, his Confidant becomes locked until September 3rd, and it becomes locked again at rank 6 until November 2nd. Futaba requires rank 4 kindness to progress to rank 2, and she requires you to complete a mementos request in order to progress to rank 8. Chihaya requires you to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 8. Iwai requires rank 5 guts and to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 8. Takemi requires rank 2 guts to progress to rank 2, as well as rank 4 charm and the completion of a mementos request to progress to rank 8. Kawakami requires you to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 9. Oya requires you to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 8. Shinya requires you to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 9. Hifumi requires you to have rank 5 knowledge and to complete a mementos request to progress to rank 8. And finally, Kasumi requires that you unlock the 3rd semester and reach rank 5 by December 22nd so that you can progress her Confidant to rank 6 in the 3rd semester. And that's about it. I believe that this is all the pertinent information with regards to Confidants and effectively ranking them up. As usual, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. Alternatively, you can catch me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/RosalindGaming, where I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have. Until next time, take care.